Welcome to Collecting Chaos. My name is James, and today it's cold. I'm tired. Let's get into it. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is get this damp, and the way we're going to do that is with just some water. And I'm going to pull the excess water off of it. I know people don't like my squeegee, but if you check some of the conservation sites for like posters and stuff like that, that's pretty much what they use, is a great big squeegee. So, hey, if it's good enough for them. Alright, next I'm going to paint some methyl cellulose on this. And what I'm doing is just adding sizing. And on this side, and yeah, it's gotten colder. It's like 62 degrees in this room right now. Which isn't too bad, but yeah, I'd rather it be in the 70s. That means it's about 40 degrees outside. Yeah, maybe not quite that cold. Put a little extra there. And that is going to do that. And now, all the little pieces that I plan on putting on with all little pieces of Tingujo that I plan on using. Not sure where this one goes. So I'll set that off to the side till I figure it out. Now, I am not going to put this, I'm not going to transfer this to my suction table. I'm just going to do everything right here. I'm going to add some strength here because I think that's going to come off. So I'm just going to put a piece right across there to add a little bit of strength to that crease. Then I've got one up here. And one there. And that'll take care of those two. Get out my nori paste. Go get my brush first. Alright, now I'll get out the nori paste. Just had a coughing fit. And we'll make sure this is going to be on there good. I know where that other piece went right there. It went right there, but I lost that little piece, so I'm going to fill it with pulp, furnish, whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm going to fill it with. All right. All right. Time to go get my furnish or my pulp or whatever you call it. And we get to pull some up and put some down here. And up here. Get my sponge out, soak up some of that water. And I gotta put some here. And a little bit here. Which I was going to put some there anyway. A little bit more here, I think. Let's see. I have to put more right there. I know I'm not making any noise, I'm concentrating. I'm going to let this sit for a little while and then I'll do the next step. but I just want to let it sit for a little while, firm up a little bit. Put a little more water on it. I'm not sure why. And we're going to lay this down very gently. Get paper towel. I'm going to turn it over. Get another paper towel. I hope I got the right one. I have 3 different furnaces in my refrigerator, and they're all real close in color. I'm just hoping I got the right one. Alright, I'm going to take this in and put it under my press. I've got the roller in the other room, so I'll do that too. And yeah, we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. So it's cold in the room where I have to do my pressing. So I decided what we would do is take a look at the interior and see what needs to be done. Got me a piece of paper and a writing utensil. I was going to say pen, but then I realized it's not a pen, it's a pencil. And we're going to look at the different wraps and see what needs to be done. This is the first wrap right here. So it's got some folds in it. And I think a little tiny bit of moisture on that. In other words, maybe some humidity. And I can get that to unfold fairly easily. And down here it's actually missing a piece, but that's so small I don't want to do anything with that. Let me check the smell out real quick. You know, I'm not smelling any acid in it. It's and the page color is fairly consistent throughout. So yeah, it has some weak spots. Not too concerned with those because the cover will pick that up. Maybe I'm not going to do anything with this except for, you know, maybe some humidity and unfolding the areas. So I'll write down humidity and unfold. Now let's go to the second wrap, and again it's got a fold up here, same thing. Not as bad at creases, and I might put a little bit of I think I'll reinforce these creases with a little bit of Tengujo. And maybe the same with this one. It's some moisture. It's got a fold down here that I think I can bring back around. And same thing. It's got a couple of little spots that I can probably fix with some Tengujo. It does have a brown stain there, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. And like it smells like newsprint. It doesn't. There's no acidic smell. So washing it might be overkill on this. You don't always have to wash pages. And I'm not going to try to lighten them, you know. So this one is fairly stable. Again, it's got a crease up here and down here. A little humidity, and I can get those out pretty easily. Got tiny tear there. I'm not even going to worry about that one. So basically the same thing needs to be done with most of them. Again, a little humidity and I can get this fold out without a problem. And you can tell it's cold because of what I'm wearing. It's currently 61 degrees in this room. In my pressing room, it's in the 50s or lower. It was 48 in there this morning. And that's why I decided to go ahead and leave the cover in the press longer, because it won't hurt it to dry a little longer and to press a little longer. Same thing again, there's a fold here that humidity will take it out. No more creases here. Yeah, like that. Next wrap, same thing as the others. Got a fold, fly girl story, that's always fun. Yeah, she hollers out "Fly Girl" and changes into her costume, I guess. I don't know. I haven't read a whole lot of Fly Girl stories. I think the character looks kind of cool. And one more. Again, the same thing. The color on the pages is consistent, or reasonably consistent. I'm not smelling any acidic, any acid smell at all. I don't think I need to do a whole lot to these pages other than add a little bit of humidity and maybe just enough to get those folds out of the corner. More Fly Girl. I think I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to humidify the pages and get the creases out with and actually I can do that with the warm press. You know, set my press to like 110 degrees or so, and that'll get that crease out fairly easily and flatten the whole thing. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot to these pages. They look pretty good, and like I said, they generally, I mean, I might have to clean up this one. I might have to clean up the first wrap a little bit, but a little pencil eraser and I can take off that dirt without a problem and make it look halfway decent. I don't think I need to do that much to these, and I definitely don't really need to give them a bath, so I guess that's what I'm going to do with them. Pretty easy on this one. And we'll start working on that Friday. We'll start working on these Friday. Well, actually, I'll show the video of me working on them on Friday. And go from there. I think it's going to be pretty easy. And then I'll show you the cover on Friday as well. I'm sure it'll be fine by then. So, and if it isn't, I'll heat it up a little bit. So there you have it. That's what I did. I did look at it. I did look at the cover, and it really just isn't. It isn't finished yet. It isn't ready yet. It needs to be pressed a little longer, and that's why I went into looking at the interior. And there's not much I need to do to the interior, so we'll probably get that done Friday. If the cover's ready on Friday, you know, if the pressing works out, then I'll go ahead and show it to you on Friday. Don't forget, tonight, 8 o'clock p.m., I'll be there with my Daredevil comics. Yeah. Why not show my Daredevils? I don't know.